Hi, parents. Today we're going to talk about how we can teach matching at home. And matching is a really important skill for our students to have because it leads up to a lot of other skills for them to work on. We're going to do some matching at home, and I am going to show you some different things that you can match. And I'm going to show you some different prompting techniques that you could do while practicing the matching skill with your students. Um, what I like to do in my classroom is I find two of basically the exact same things, just so that there's that visual of them being the same. Um, Another way that you could make this a little higher level is to find things that are of different colors. So for example, I found these spoons. They're the exact same thing, same size, same shape, everything, but they're different colors. So that could just really level up that skill of matching. So that's one way that you could adapt this skill. So what we do in our classroom, in my classroom, working on this skill is we'll put the target or the thing that we want them to match to, and we will hand them the other one and we'll say match cup. So the goal for them is to, see this is the same, they're the same, or maybe you could put two items out in front of them and you could say find the cup or match the cup, and they need to put the cups together. They could put the cups on top of each other, just as long as they are not putting it by the spoon or the other item, really making sure that they're putting it in that area. So something that you can do for this skill, if you want to start with no distractors, is you could hand your child the cup and you could say, okay, match cup. And then they could do it. Another thing that they might need is they might need some prompting assistance. So we're going to say that my left hand is going to be your hand. What you can do is you can kind of give their elbow or their arm a little bit of nudge or push, I should say, a little bit of assistance to really move their arm closer. Maybe you want to do something like this to really help them. You could also point to the cup. Sometimes some of our students like an auditory cue, so maybe you could, or make some sounds around it so they hear the sound and they draw their attention is drawn to it. So that's another way you could do it. Sometimes some of our students need that hand over hand assistance to really do it and to match their cup. So that's one way that you could do this skill. You could just place the cup in front of them and say match cup, and they need to pick it up and match like this. Okay, so those are some different ways that you could teach that matching skill. Like I said earlier, um, another way to make this skill a little more trickier is to do different colors. So this could be a little challenging because they're not the exact same color. Or what you could do is you could throw in a distractor item that's very similar. So earlier we did just a cup and a spoon, and those are not very similar at all. So hopefully that would be easy to differentiate, but you could do a spoon and a fork, and you could have them match the spoons together. So that's one way to make it just a little higher level. If you're able to, you could get picture symbols of a spoon, and you could set a spoon out, and maybe again you want to do something a little more different. So you could have a picture of a spoon and you could say match the spoon, just so that they're a little different. So those are some ways to teach the matching skills at home. How you could do it is you could do spoons, you could do forks. I had plates. Could do paper plates if you wanted. You could do your cups. I have some paper bowls that you could match. Something very similar at home is you need to find the matches of the oven mitts, or maybe they need to work on matching their socks, or you want them to match shoes. All those things that are two of basically the exact same thing are some things that you could use at home to work on those matching